Caracas, Venezuela. The air in Venezuela crackles with tension. In the heart of the capital, thousands gather, clutching banners and chanting as President Nicolás Maduro takes the stage. His voice booms over the crowd. "We do not want the peace of slaves." It is a dramatic moment in a country teetering between hope and fear. The world watches closely as the standoff with the United States reaches a boiling point. Just days ago, U.S. military forces ramped up their presence in the Caribbean. Warships and troops now hover close to Venezuela's borders, supposedly for an anti-drug operation. Yet, few in Venezuela believe this explanation. The sense of threat is immediate and real. Rumors swirl in the streets and on social media. Is war coming? Will there be an invasion? Ordinary Venezuelans feel the pressure. Markets are tense, soldiers are visible in the streets, and families whisper about what might happen if the U.S. attacks. Many remember the chaos of past years, shortages, protests, and violence. Now the fear is back, sharper than ever. Across the country, the government and its critics brace for an unknown future. For now, Maduro stands firm, refusing to bow to foreign threats. But for millions of Venezuelans, the crisis is personal and urgent, a daily struggle to hold on to hope and stability. In his recent speech, President Maduro struck a defiant tone. "We want peace," he declared, "but not the peace of a colony, not the peace of slaves." His words echoed across the packed plaza, drawing cheers from supporters. For Maduro, peace must come with respect, sovereignty, and dignity for Venezuela. The president's message was clear. He accused the United States of trying to force Venezuela into submission. He said Washington's demands were not a real offer of peace, but a threat, a way to control Venezuela's future. "We will never accept a peace that means surrender," Maduro insisted. This speech came as the U.S. government, led by President Donald Trump, increased its pressure on Caracas. American officials accused Maduro's government of corruption, drug trafficking, and human rights abuses. They imposed tough sanctions and called for regime change. The U.S. even labeled top Venezuelan officials as terrorists. For Maduro and his loyalists, these actions are proof of an attack on their country's independence. They say Venezuela has the right to choose its own leaders and its own path. As one supporter at the rally said, "We are not anyone's colony. We will fight for our freedom." The United States has not just used words. Over the past weeks, it has sent warships and aircraft carriers to the Caribbean Sea, just off Venezuela's coast. Officially, Washington claims this is part of a crackdown on drug smuggling, but few in Venezuela believe that story. The Venezuelan government sees the buildup as a direct threat. "This is psychological terrorism," Maduro warned. He accused the U.S. of preparing for an invasion, hoping to topple his government and take control of Venezuela's vast oil reserves. "They want our resources, not our freedom," he said. Experts agree that the U.S. military presence is unusually large for an anti-drug operation. "This is classic gunboat diplomacy," said Dr. Ana Lucia Perez, a Latin American politics expert. "It's about pressure, intimidation, and sending a message to both Venezuela and the world." Meanwhile, the sight of foreign warships so close to home has unsettled many Venezuelans. "We hear the helicopters at night," said Maria, a mother of two from Maracaibo. "My children are scared. We all are. No one wants a war." Amidst the rising tension, an unexpected event made headlines: a phone call between President Trump and President Maduro. Trump later described the call as neither good nor bad, but secret sources revealed more dramatic details. According to Reuters, Trump offered Maduro a safe exit from Venezuela if he agreed to step down. Maduro reportedly listened, but set tough conditions. He wanted amnesty for himself and his family, the end of U.S. sanctions, and the dropping of criminal charges at the International Criminal Court. He also asked for over 100 government allies to be cleared. Trump refused most of these demands and gave Maduro a week to decide. When the deadline passed, the U.S. declared Venezuelan airspace closed. The details of the call remained secret, but the message was clear. The U.S. wanted Maduro out, and fast. For many Venezuelans, this behind-the-scenes drama only deepened their uncertainty. Some saw the call as a sign of hope, a possible peaceful exit for Maduro. Others feared it was just another trick that could lead to more chaos. "Talking is better than shooting," said Juan, a taxi driver in Caracas. "But I don't trust either side. The Colombia-Venezuela border is a place of anxiety and heartbreak. Every day, families cross back and forth, carrying bags of food or medicine. Many are searching for safety, jobs, or lost relatives. The threat of war has made the border even more tense. At one busy crossing, a woman named Carla clutched her son's hand tightly. "We left because we were afraid of violence," she explained. "Now we don't know if we can ever go back." Like many, she wants peace, but worries that foreign intervention will only bring more suffering. Some border towns have seen protests and rallies. Supporters of the opposition demand Maduro's resignation, while government loyalists warn against U.S. interference. The mood is one of deep division and mistrust. "We are trapped between two fires," said Luis, a shopkeeper. "If the U.S. comes, we lose. If Maduro stays, we lose." The border also teems with rumors. Some fear that armed groups or criminal gangs could take advantage of any chaos. Others worry about a refugee crisis if fighting breaks out. "Everyone is nervous," said a Red Cross worker. "We just want calm, but it feels like the calm before a storm." Inside Venezuela, the military has sprung into action. Soldiers now guard key roads, bridges, and government buildings. In Caracas, tanks and armored vehicles rumble through the streets, while fighter jets streak across the sky in noisy displays of force. Defense Minister Vladimir Pedrino Lopez stood on national television, promising that the army would defend Venezuela at any cost. Yet even top officials admit that Venezuela's military is no match for the United States. Instead, they talk about asymmetric warfare, using guerrilla tactics, sabotage, and loyal militias to resist any invasion. Some analysts believe this could lead to chaos. "If there's a conflict, it won't be a normal war," said military expert Carlos Mendoza. "It could mean months or years of violence with no clear winner." For ordinary people, these words are terrifying. Many Venezuelans worry that the country could become another Syria or Libya, torn apart by war with no end in sight. "We want peace, not destruction," said Ana, a teacher in Valencia, but everyone is preparing for the worst. Venezuela's crisis is not just about leaders and armies, it's about millions of ordinary people caught in the middle. In the capital, some rally behind Maduro, waving flags and singing patriotic songs. They see him as a defender of their nation's independence. Others, however, blame Maduro for years of hardship. "We need change, at any cost," said Pedro, a university student. "Maybe the United States will help us. Maybe it will just bring more pain." The country is split, with families and friends, often on opposite sides. The threat of violence hangs over every conversation. Parents worry about their children's future. Shopkeepers fear looting or riots if chaos erupts. Even those who want Maduro gone are afraid of what might come next. "We want democracy, not war," said Rosa, a nurse from Barquisimeto. Some try to stay hopeful. Churches and community groups organize peace marches, calling for dialogue and understanding. But the mood is tense. As one priest put it, "We pray for peace, but we prepare for trouble." Political analysts warn that Venezuela is at a turning point. "The risks are enormous," said Dr. Ana Lucia Perez. "A military conflict could destroy the country, or spark a long, bitter civil war." She notes that neither side seems willing to back down, making compromise difficult. Economists add that sanctions and instability have already wrecked Venezuela's economy. "People are desperate," said economist Luis Herrera. "Food is scarce, prices are rising, and jobs are disappearing." Many fear that new violence would make things even worse. International organizations, including the United Nations, have called for calm and dialogue. "There is still a chance for a peaceful solution," said UN spokesperson Maria Gutierrez. But time is running out. Many experts fear that outside intervention could trigger a refugee crisis across South America. For now, the world waits and watches. Some hope for a negotiated settlement, while others brace for the worst. As Dr. Perez summed up, Venezuela stands on the edge of a knife. What happens next will shape its future for generations. As night falls over Venezuela, uncertainty hangs in the air like a heavy fog. No one knows what tomorrow will bring. Will there be war, or will cooler heads prevail? Will Maduro stay in power, or will outside forces finally force him out? For millions, the crisis is not just politics. It is survival. Families worry about food, medicine, and safety. Young people dream of leaving the country while elders remember better times. "We have lost so much already," said Carmen, a grandmother in Maracaibo. "I pray we do not lose everything." The world's eyes remain fixed on Venezuela. Allies and enemies alike wait for the next move. Inside the country, people brace themselves for any outcome. hoping for peace, but fearing violence. In the end, Venezuela's future remains uncertain. The choices made in the coming days will echo for years to come. For now, all anyone can do is wait, hope, and prepare for whatever comes next.